For this week's project, we're showcasing the other bear that my mom finished for the sibling of the little girl that she gave the flower bear to. For this bear, instead of having it be long, she decided to have it be a little bit shorter so that she could give him a bow tie. Now, both of these projects, they're just a little small reminder that even when you find something that looks almost perfect and you're just not sure if you should get it or not, think about if there's anything that you can do to make a gift extra special. What can you do to personalize it? At the end of the day, these are little things that we can salvage and then we can give it a new life just by making small updates to it. Especially in a budget life that we are living right now, with the economy and everything being so expensive, it's just a good reminder that, hey, maybe I can use this little ribbon I have hanging around. How can I recycle this? Do I have a small piece of fabric I could make a little bow out of? Just try to think outside the box. And if in doubt, you should always consult with your resident cat. For us, you can see Teddy was also helping out with this one, just supervising the area, making sure everything was okay, which of course meant that we had to hide the needle a little bit more so that he wouldn't poke himself. But in the end, he was really just wanted to be around the area, so we let him be there because he's a special boy. He's the snuggle bunny of the family, definitely. And he has been since he was very little. So when it comes to the bear, my mom cut off the long ribbon and then just folded it over to start sewing it from side to side so that it would look nice and presentable and it would be tight against the teddy bear's skin. And again, because this is going to a kid, we wanted to make sure that it was really nice and tight and it wasn't gonna come loose easily. This ribbon, unlike the pink one that we saw on my mom's other video, is definitely a lot easier to work with, so that's a plus, but attaching it properly is always recommended. Now, for us, we had Teddy trying to get what was behind the work area and play around, because even though this boy has a full playground, he just wants to play with everything and munch on things, just like his brother. The great thing about these types of projects is that they don't require a very high degree of skill or practice or anything like that. All that you need is just a little bit of patience just to make something a little bit special for somebody you love or care about. Throughout the years, my mom and I have just really enjoyed crafting and making things a little bit different, giving them a new chance of life one way or another. And this is just one more way that we choose to continue doing that. And in the channel in general, we try to use a lot of what people would now call sustainable different materials, but it's really more than just trying to be environmentally friendly. It's just trying to be budget friendly and making things affordable that will still bring us joy and happiness. So just keep that in mind as you carry on, that crafting should bring you joy. And if you're stressing out, if you're really just frustrated over the process, maybe it's time to take a break and work on something else, or go to have some tea and then come back, go hug a cat, go hug your puppy, whatever that might be. Your project will continue to be there waiting for you when you're feeling emotionally ready to really just enjoy what you're creating. Whether it's perfect or imperfect, that's not really what it's all about. It's just about leaving a little bit of love, a little bit of care in everything that you do. But anyways, going back into the project, once my mom felt comfortable with the amount of stitching that was going on, then she made some knots with the remaining thread. Then to replace the bow, that was previously made by the ribbon. She used a bow that we had already started for a little small business and just swapped out the middle area to make it match the actual color of the bear. And then to close up the ribbon, she decided to do almost like a cross shape from one side to the other so that the little opening flaps wouldn't make the bow just come apart. Now, the way my mom does ribbons and the way I do ribbons are pretty different, but one thing that we do imagine is that we both weave in and out of the fabric along the middle, and then the ending, it ends like on the same side, so that when it's folded, both of the ends will kind of go down, so then it looks a little bit neater once you put the bow together. What we do different is that she wraps it all around with the string. I prefer to just do stitching, just really tight stitching all across it. Both of them are valid ways of making a bow, and you can't tell the difference when you're looking at them side to side, but it's just the preference. Also, the way that we add the little middle area is also different. So the way my mom does it is that she has a pretty long piece of the ribbon and then she attaches it to the bow itself, which that part is the same. But then when it comes to the excess, I personally don't like having something that is that long. So I would usually cut it off and then just make it match exactly to the back of the bow. But my mom, she actually wraps it around so it gets like a second layer of that middle area, which in turn does make it look a little bit more standout because there's not as much of the fabric showing through in the middle. Then to close it, she ends up folding it. I usually don't fold it because again, I'm trying to use as little fabric as possible. I do a lot of scrap work, but in the end, once you attach it, how it's attached, it really depends on how picky you are with things. So for me, I go more with this method where you can barely see the stitching. It's one of those things I'm very paranoid about. I don't even like it to be seen that it's stitching, but just different styles that still accomplish the same goal. Now, my mom's thread did break, so then her knot broke, so then she just had to do a manual knot to close up the little bow tie. And if you'd like to watch another video by my mom, be sure to check this one out right here. Thanks for watching.